Okay. I'm ready.
So back to real estate.
I'm back to real estate.
And back.
And
So we are getting into the spring, and there's snow is melting, and there's a lot of water.
If you want an indoor swimming pool, remember.
That's one of the things. We have several rental properties, and just being in real estate and having listings when it's really raining and the snow is melting, you know that somebody's going to call and say, I have
Flooding.
water in my basement.
And I'm saying flooding.
No good.
Yep.
No good. No good.
So what are some tips people can use to try and avoid flooding in their basement, Matt?
downspouts, downspout extenders, keep your gutters clean.
Yeah.
Some of the really, really basic stuff. Make sure the downspouts are extended out.
There's some updated gutters nowadays. I don't know. My parents just recently updated their gutters, and they have these kind of like things on the top of the gutters.
Gutter
now.
guards?
Yep,
Leaf
gutter
guards.
guards. So nice. I mean,
It's not
Huge.
Dalton anymore.
it's not me getting up there with the leaves. It's
I remember-
Gutter
society.
guard.
Is that what you did when you're...
Back in the day?
Back in the day, my dad would make me do that. He was like, at my cabin, we would have to clean out the gutters, and my dad's like, get up there on the ladder. I'm like, 8? I'm like, and start scooping out
Well, I was
mud
on the
and
roof
leaves.
anyway, so it was more of a, since you're
As
already
long as you're up there.
Oh, you're up there.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
'cause you're-
What are you doing on the roof?
climbing, having a good time, sunbathing. There's a lot of opportunities.
But you also need to clean those gutters.
But I also need to clean those gutters and get those
You're done
sticks out of there.
sunbathing.
Could you flip over on your tummy and start getting the rest of the gutters?
Getting the Christmas
We're not
lights up. I mean, let's go down the line. I'm up there a lot.
Gosh, they're like, we're not liable for you up here.
Yeah. Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, but water in the basement can really be
A problem.
a major league problem. So,
And buyers look at that. When we're walking outside of the house, they can see where the grass starts to dip, and you can see the divots of the water kind of close.
yeah,
to,
you need to
they're
make
asking
sure
about
that
it.
grade is going away from the house.
Yes.
That's like one of the
Yeah.
very basic things. It's like if it's flat to the house or aiming at it, down at it, that's not good.
It's going directly in.
Yep, and when you've got the cracks in the basement and all the little water lines.
Doesn't smell too good either. I'll tell you what.
No.
That's the unflushed toilet.
That's the unflushed
And we're back
toilet.
on toilet talk, everybody.
And toilet talk. Yeah. So Matt, tell us about your experience that you had with a flooded basement.
I know what you're talking about.
It never had us happen, dude. Never. In all his experience.
Talking about the flip house? Yeah.
It's been quite a few, I guess.
A lot of
Actually, we had a house, and remember the listing over, we managed it as a rental, and then the company decided to sell it, and I think it was
back
empty.
to toilet talk.
Yeah.
It was there was so much water. It actually
I don't have it on. I don't have toilet sound on.
Every time we toilet
yeah.
talk, flush. The flush.
Yeah.
there was so much water that the sewage backed up into
Like
the
the
basement.
whole street of sewage backed up into the basement.
Oh.
Probably.
So we flooded
Like
not
hip-
water.
hip-
water.
So after it
hip
went
deep.
down,
Sewage water.
after it went
Yeah.
down, I'm down there in a mask and suited up with a pressure washer the walls to
You
get
did this
the-
yourself? You didn't hire... Oh.
We were the management company.
That.
I bet it smelled amazing down there. It
was amazing.
Fresh roses. There we go.
Not quite that, but
Okay.
yeah.
Yep. Okay. We'll take what we can take.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the
It
thing.
smelled like
And
bleach.
Whatever the neighbors were eating is what it smelled like.
it was an old neighborhood, and it just everybody's everything came over.
Tacos for all.
And then literally, you have to list it. You bring your mug and you sit in the basement.
Yeah,
But
please.
yeah,
In front of the bathroom.
There was just too much water, and
Oh,
it
that's
just
gross.
got
Yeah.
overflowed.
That's when I'm
Gross.
not gonna go and clean at Piggly Wiggly. Oh, unfortunately,
Yeah.
my bad.
That's
Next
not
time it
up
happens,
your-
I'll let you know.
That's not your
No.
wheelhouse.
No.
Just singing and cleaning.
all right,
Stop! Don't make me sing. It's sad.
singing in the rain.
No, I'm singing in the sewerage. That's like
There
it
it
right
is.
there. There it is.
All right,
Remix.
so you are doing a final walkthrough on a property. You walk downstairs. You are there ahead of your client. You get down there and you flick on the light and you hear water and you see water that's about up to your knees, and it hasn't rained in 3 weeks.
Panic.
What happened?
Panic is number one.
Pipe broke.
You don't see anything.
But
There-
the water-
nothing's spewing from anywhere.
thought-
There's just water
But
up
if it's
to
up to your
about your
knees.
knees. Well, let's say
Is there cracking in the basement?
just above your ankles. No.
no.
And it has
Ankles and knees are a bit-
it
bit
hasn't
different.
rained in what 3 weeks? Is that what I said? So it's not rained. So what?
Is there someone down there with a hose?
There's no one down there with
What
a
if I
hose.
guess where the water came from today, guys? Literally.
I mean, this really happened to me.
Yeah.
This really did? Oh, wow.
That's where it come from.
Gosh, where did it come from?
I was going to say, well,
Well, there's things in the basement that have water, contain water, or have water going.
So
to
was
them.
it a pipe that
it's not
burst?
It's the water heater, isn't it? Did the water heater explode?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
Really?
Could be
But
the
you
softener,
couldn't
could be the
tell.
heater.
You couldn't
But
tell.
you could see it leaking. So did you? It's
You couldn't see it
'Cause it's
leaking
all
because
coming-
all the water came out,
Right.
From
and
the
by the
bottom.
time I'm looking at it, all I
you-
see is the water everywhere.
was it already included? When if it was excluded, it's like, oh, you can take that now. Bye. It wasn't
Heater, not
included.
softener.
Yeah. Well, the yeah.
So close.
Woo!
Well, it was been great being on here today. I just had a ditz moment. It's great.
That really
Comical.
happened. Doing a final walkthrough on a house, and the closing was a few hours later.
Oh, no.
I'm surprised it didn't go down the floor drain.
No floor
You
drain?
just sat there and you walked in. You're like, great.
And the
No
client
sump
wasn't
house.
there yet. Oh, no sump. It was an old house.
Did you?
What'd you do?
Create an amendment, like we need to, or you push back closing because that probably.
I would imagine you closed back. Or pushed back closing.
He actually closed on time because
Okay.
he really wanted the house. But I mean,
You
I
wrote
had-
an amendment. No, you didn't.
Well, I think we figured out
An
that
escrow
it was
Yeah, it was
for
the water heater.
The water heater? Okay.
We didn't have to escrow, but
He was just fine with...
this guy.
How'd they get the water
He
out?
wanted the house bad.
I was so freaked out, and he was like, "Oh, we'll deal with it."
How'd they get the water
That's
out?
a
without
dream.
floor
Well, I
drain?
feel like it's like the septic tank where they pump it out. They probably have some type
There was no pumping it out of here. I think
Bucket?
the plumber person probably sucked it into buckets.
Yeah. Well, it's an indoor pool for now. Was it?
It's a shallow one.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
kiddie
fairly
pool.
shallow.
Couple inches.
Yeah.
Invites all the bros over. Guys, I got a kiddie pool in the basement. Check it out, man. It's so cool. My little floaty just sits there.
Sounds like a plan.
And
That is cup full right there. That is not cup half empty.
he's drinking.
Yeah, let's not.
Words to live by.
Yeah.
So what's in
And
that cup?
Gatorade mixed with lemonade, something that he offered that would not help me sing any better.
Excuse me.
Clearing my throat.
Bless you. This was great, guys.
So
We're
sudsy.
not done yet.
oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah.
kidding.
Still intermission.
So for all the folks that go down in their basement and there's water down there, and actually now is a really good time for you to check to make sure that your sump pump works if you have a sump pump.
Oh, yeah.
How do you check that?
Definitely.
How do you check that, Matt?
I asked you first.
put water in it and see if it starts. Make sure it's plugged in.
Or you can just lift up on the float, see if it kicks on.
YouTube
That
is a
too.
great source of information.
I think
So
you carrying
HomeTeamFood.com.
you buckets of
saying.
water would be really great.
You mean Dalton
just
at
lift up on the
HomeTeam.
lever.
At Dalton, yeah.
There we go. Dalton.
I don't know if I'm gonna have-
But just lifting up on the lever will show if the pump works,
Correct.
but it won't see if it actually gets tripped by the water, right?
That's the whole point is the
Not
lever to go
necessarily.
up.
What if it fails?
What if it fails?
Put the water in it. What happens if a
What if
sump
it just
pump fails?
doesn't work? Then what do you do?
Floods.
Floods.
Back
Indoor-
to square one.
Indoor swimming pool. Trust me, guys. It's coming back.
If you like content like this, consider watching some of these other videos, hitting the subscribe button. If you want to know what your house is currently worth, go to hometeamforyou.com and look at the free evaluation tool.